Hey everyone, my name is Danita Jackson. I'm the president of Arizona Birth Network, and I wanted to come share this experience that I had with you to encourage you or a loved one that if you have concerns in your body like I did, that you take advantage of this awesome offer to finally give your mind and body the peace of mind that you desire. So I have noticed that I had a change in my breast tissue. And so I was back and forth about, I don't know. I didn't want a mammogram. I was familiar with thermal imaging from many, many years ago. And the concern was, okay, can I afford this? Um, and what is the procedure like? So there was all these concerns and worries. And so I allowed those fears to put it off longer than I should have. So finally, I just decided, you know what? My health is important to me. And so I am here today to share you this very beautiful and positive experience that I had with body and breast thermal imaging in hopes that if you too are on the fence about just checking your well-being and making sure that your body is strong. I mean, we need our bodies to um, do things, to go places, to support our families, that you will highly take this into consideration. So at least you have that information and that you're no longer in the dark about your own health. So right now I am joined with Stacy. Is it Houston? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and would you be so kind to just introduce yourself so everyone can know who you are, know where you're from, and what it is that you do with body and breast thermal imaging?
Okay, my name is Stacy Huston. As you said, I am the certified thermography tech at Body and Breast Thermal Imaging. And yep, that's what I do all day is just do thermography pictures and help people figure out their best health.
That's awesome. And so I have to say that, when I walked in, I watched the video. I went to the website first. I looked at the FAQs. And so I was a little nervous because the video made it seem like, the woman was in there naked. And so I was like, oh my gosh, is Stacy seeing all parts of me? But when I came in there, I was like thoroughly put at ease that there's screens that keep that level of privacy intact. So I know that just for the video footage, it was just shown to give the audience an overview of what that experience is like. But I was fully protected, fully covered, fully secure, and I felt very safe and very at ease in Stacy's care.
Yes, I'm glad that you felt so comfortable. But yeah, we've got the privacy screen, so kind of gives as much comfort as we can. With thermal imaging, you can't see through clothing, so unfortunately you can't wear a drape or a gown. So you kind of are just out there nude for the camera, but yeah, we try to give you as much privacy as absolutely possible.
Mhm. And I felt very secure. So even though because I did have the birthday suit. Yes, I was wearing my birthday suit. Even though I did have the full body scan, not once did I feel uncomfortable in the office space, the office room. So Stacy, would you be so kind to share with us what exactly is thermography for those of us who have never heard of it before?
Sure. So thermography is just a non-radiation, no compression way to get an overall look at your health. It's looking for inflammation and for any vascular abnormalities. It's really just doing a temperature reading using a thermal camera. So it's reading the temperature of your body and looking for any of those hot spots that could be indicative of inflammation. And we can also see your vascularities running through your system and seeing the patterns and what it's doing as well.
That's awesome. And so the camera that you use, I guess, is it endorsed by NASA or this is what NASA uses?
Yeah, I think they've probably have changed their cameras. There's it's by the same company that provides the cameras. They're also doing right now with COVID, the same company that has provided our camera does all of the thermal detection in the airports when you have to walk
Oh,
in
wow.
and get your scan to see if you have a fever or anything. So that company's been doing a lot of business lately.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. And I'm like just so fascinated with like science and the advancements that without even needing a physical touch and and those who are with breasts, there's no more smashing and physical contact and invasiveness. You can find out, you know, within or without having to need that invasive procedure. And so you mentioned it measures pretty much like just heat detection and changes within like our vascular system.
Right. So usually when you do your baseline screening, what we're looking at is your vascular system, all the veins and arteries that are going through your chest. And then there's normal patterns and abnormal patterns. So we keep an eye on that. And then there's what may be abnormal, but it might be normal for you.
Sure.
So what we're really looking at, and then any areas of inflammation. And then after your baseline level, we usually have you follow up in 6 months for your second one to just further get that baseline level. If everything looks the same as the first, no problem.
That's
After that,
awesome.
we do usually suggest annual scans, and then that way you can see if anything starts to change over time. Because especially if anything changes with the vascular areas of your breast, you want to know why. And that can always lead to further testing down the line to see why that is changing or what might be going on.
Sure. That's awesome. And so, like, are you able to share maybe some of the, I guess, maybe concerns someone would go in to have thermal imaging, having the screening? Maybe it would to check their thyroid. I know you mentioned breast. Are there some other areas that you would be able to share?
Yeah, we as you've done, we do full bodies. It can check your entire vascular system. If you're having pain in your lower leg, it can see if there might be a cause that can be further investigated. Um, we've had people come in and it turned out they had a severe varicose vein in their leg that was causing a lot of pain. They were
Oh,
able to get a procedure to close that vein off and now they are pain free. So
wow.
there's a whole lot of things you can see just through the whole system. But yeah, with the thyroid, it can check to see if there's any inflammation there and if that needs to be followed up on as well.
That's awesome. So excited. So is there a ideal candidate that qualifies for thermal imaging?
Well, I think anyone who's interested in their breast health or overall health, but for sure, women who are hesitant with getting mammograms due to the compression and the radiation, they might wind up putting those tests off, where we would rather them do thermal imaging as an adjunctive screening to be able to at least have some sort of picture of their health rather than avoidance. And then it's also a great option for nursing mothers who are not a candidate for mammograms. And some nursing mothers nurse for years.
Mm,
And it's a great way to be able for them to have no radiation, to keep a look on their breast health while they're still nursing their children.
that is so awesome. And then for men as well, like the prostate area and other body concerns that they may have, correct?
Correct. We don't do the prostate screening at our location.
Okay.
There's just not as many. Um,
And I think maybe, okay, so forgive me because I am ignorant of all the things that are associated, but the, my reason for mentioning men is that thermal imaging, the point that I wanted to get across is that thermal imaging is not just for women, it is for men as well.
right. And men can still do the full body Just the prostate screening is a bit invasive, even with thermal imaging. And with us only having female techs, we do not do that in our office.
Understood.
But we do still, if same thing, if they have concerns with any varicosities, varicose veins, pain in their legs, we have had men who've had concerns. Men get breast cancer too. And so we've been able to do breast screenings for them as well. So there is still a case for men getting screened as well.
That's awesome. And what are, I know you mentioned some of the benefits of this service, you know, the peace of mind. Is there anything else that you would like to add as far as other benefits that we may not be aware of? You touched on a few already.
Just like I said, overall picture of health, I mean, it also can pick up any other anomalies. Sometimes you can show if you have some estrogen dominance, hormone imbalances, that can show up as well. There's just, it's just a great overall picture of health. And then it's really great when you can compare scans from previous to the next time and see improvements, especially we've had people who have changed their diets, changed their lifestyle, and it's improved their screenings over time. And that's really awesome to see.
That is, that's encouraging. I'm looking forward to that. So with the service, how long does it take for someone to get their results?
Usually takes about 7 to 10 business days, which can, including weekends, can be up to 2 weeks. And then we usually will email you your whole scan packet with results, your images, everything is included. And then of course, if anybody has any questions, I'm always here to answer them for you.
Sure. And is there anything else, Stacy, that you would like to share with all of us today? This, I'm tickling, like I'm so like giddy on the inside. I love this.
Well, we do have our October promotion going on for our Save the Pumpkins. And with that, you can save $50 off breast scans, $75 off health profiles, and $100 off full body scans. So now is a great month to get that baseline screening done.
Yes, no, I agree. And I reached out, I have to tell you all, I reached out to Stacy after, just like shortly thereafter my appointment, because I was just so thoroughly impressed. I came in obviously really nervous, but like I mentioned before, Stacy put me at ease, and I was like, oh my God, I have to tell everybody that I know about this service because it's non-invasive. Stacy just does such a wonderful job of making you feel at ease and comfortable like in something that would normally make somebody feel like kind of like shy or insecure of either having your chest exposed for breast imaging. But if you've had a mammogram before, then you're used to it, but it's just, or not even used to it, it's something that you are familiar with. But it always feels good to just have that extra comfort and to feel secure and know that you are being respected in the utmost possible way. So I just had to share this with everyone. And then where, if anyone is interested in coming to your office, where exactly are you located, Stacy?
We are on Southern, just off of the 101. So, and the address is 2405 East Southern Avenue. And you can always call us at 480-395-9695. And then we are online, just like everybody is these days, at bodyandbreastthermalimaging.com.
Okay, that's awesome. So you can visit them in person. You can also schedule your appointment online like I did at bodyandbreastthermalimaging.com. And then again, like Stacy said, if you have any more questions or want to know more and take advantage of this awesome offer for the month of October, feel free to give them a call at 480-395-9695. Again, 480-395-9695. Stacy, thank you so much. I love this. And I just have to say, and I mentioned this to you during our visit, as a woman of color who has some apprehension going to the doctor's office, it was important that I just let you know how comfortable and safe that you made me feel. And I appreciated your words, like, you should never feel that way. And I'm like, thank you. So I also, it was important for me to see if Stacy was available so that I could share that with all of you who are in the BIPOC community, that if you are interested in finding an office that is genuinely concerned about your well-being and will respect you and just give you the care that you need without you feeling any kind of apprehension or anything, I highly recommend body and breast thermal imaging. So Stacy, thank you again for your time. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share?
Oh, no, I think I've shared everything, but thank you so much for your kind words. I really strive to make this accessible to everybody.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching, and have a great week.